Do you want to be a musician? Are you a musician already? Do you intend to go to university? Let me start with this question.
So, a charm, e will like honestly, there's so many things a charm a woo. Like noir. There's a lot of things that a charm a woo noir. Mr. Chuckle Mary Jane B. Kalimanyaman Nikoko. I
Look,
said
look,
there's a
one
lot of
minute.
things a charm e may a lot of things in a noir. Okay, no,
Can
it's
you?
so it's not
What are
just
those things?
one thing.
What are those things?
A charm e cater to Umu Anumanu. Umu Anumanu is animals. I love Umu Anumanu. I think that they are so cute and I think that they are precious. I love Ewu. Ewu is so cute. And I don't like it when in Demadu ne boo Ewu, ne re Ewu. I don't like that. I love goats. I love sheep. I love cattle. Inama, I love Inama. But people ne boo Inama and I don't like that. Hana boo fishy Inama and Gansa Kamawagi Oguruni ne re Anu Inama and Anu Ewu. It is like the Anumanu, when it wants to die, it'll release hormones Neruya and it's going to affect the human. But Unu get ready for that conversation. Get ready for that conversation. When animals are threatened and they feel like Ifeinagame, and then they release these hormones and then Gireya, you're eating the bad hormones, not the Anumanu. Okay, know what? But y'all ain't ready for that conversation, so we just not gonna have that conversation. But anyways, yeah, I love Anumanu. I love farms. I love rabbits. I love sheep, goats, cows. I love Athurum Yananya. I love animals. Then I love creating. I love Ime Kandamadu Obina Tahuto. I love to make Kandamadu Ka Obina Sahuso. Okay, no, it's so Ifawu Ife Imname.
Okay, come jụọ gị ajụjụ. How good ka iji like our culture in America, Igbo culture? Do you ka otu isi like culture ndị Igbo? Ka your interest regarding to Igbo culture and tradition?
Okay. Ethereum, Igbo culture, Nanya, and Kakwo. Igbo culture, Dima, because like without culture, Onyekiwu. Without identity, Onyekiwu. We know it's so it's really important to me. Asasibo and Igbo. That is why it's important to encourage our young people like myself. Kahana su Igbo, even though Hamagi is su Igbo. Odima ka anapolitan. Odima kahana meha encourage. How do you say encourage in Igbo? Odima kahana meha
ịkwado mmadụ.
Ikwadu?
Ịkwado to encourage you, ga-akwado gị like a kind of
Ikwado. Oh, I didn't even know that was Ikwado. I thought it was to get ready or to get dressed.
Encourage, Abi? You mean encouragement?
Yeah.
To encourage you, like ga-akwado gị or mgba gị ume, a kind of something like that.
Ikwado. Oh, I thought Ikwado meant to dress up.
No, not that type of, not that one. Ikwado to dress up. Ga-akwado gị like.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you will understand better.
Okay.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
Equado. So we need to equado our youth, and we need to equado people that are trying to learn the Asusu. I have cousins that are way older than me, right? They're like in their 40s, and some of them don't know how to swallow Igbo. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault. But at the same time, we should be encouraging and we should be welcoming to those people. They're still Nigerians and they're still Igbos, regardless of what you think. Okay, now what's up? So being encouraging and being welcoming is very important. Okay, no, it's very important. I think, in my opinion, it's actually very important because if actually they don't know and they don't know where they're from and nobody's teaching them, you know, it's not fair. You know what's up? Anyways, that's just my opinion. And what was your other question?
Okay, other question that I want to ask you. how do you intend to integrate yourself if you definitely move to Nigeria? How quick and what are the strategy or the templates? Integrate to the Igbo culture wherever you relocate to.
Okay. Odimaka. Like to integrate, you have to go to people that you know. I think that's where you can start from is Igabito, like your community and in the Madumagi. And the Madu is all your last name and the Madumagi. If it's the people in your village or whatever. Oh, we know what's up. You go there first. Igebahu, you tell them where you're, if it's your auntie and your uncle or whatever, you just go there. You know what I mean? And then you start there. You start there, and then that's how I would slowly start getting integrated. Start by going to the people that I know.
Okay.
We know what's
okay. No problem. So, can you hear? What do you think is the biggest difference between growing up in the US and growing up in Nigeria? Can you feel with the biggest difference and challenges of growing in the US and growing in Nigeria as a youth? Because you are a youth. So, can you na small ọkwa nwantakịrị ọmatabekwe nwoke onweghịkwa enyi nwoke.
Okay. Oh my God. Onye Gwargi. Wait. Onye Gwargi. Nkaho abugidi is yoku.
Mba. Bikonu ọmakwa nwoke otu ihuru ya ọmakwa nwoke ọpịawabekwa ọkwa obere nwa. So, can you hear what the biggest difference between growing up in Nigeria and growing up in US? I think I'm not far from the truth.
I mean, the thing about Cap, but the thing about growing up here in Alabike, the thing about growing up in Alabike is I feel like the difference is just the environment. Because a ruiny tower like in Nigeria, you're around Nigerians in Nigeria that know culture and everything. But a ruiny tower Aba, it's a lot different because you're around Indiocha and in different cultures. Okay, no, it's so yeah, I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you intend to be in I hope you are not in a relationship. So if you intend to be in a relationship, what are the criteria like to choose a man? Can you need possess? If you are to choose a man now, what do you look out for?
A woke has to be a woke has to be like a very kind and loving woke. Because a word that the woke is mean and is hitting and is, disgusting, a chamia. We know what the woke has to love Chineke. The woke has to follow and love Chineke. The woke cannot just be, just out there doing the most. Ain't no wine want no woke that acts like a whining kitten. Ain't no wine want that no woke like that. So tell me if you really know what the vibes is, Guam, Ife, what wine wants a woke as a wine kid? I'll wait. Tell me a winey that wants a woke that acts like a wine kid. Okay.
Okay. So can you, if any man come to your inbox from TikTok to write you that he lives in the US, he lives in Canada, he lives in Australia, and he wants to know you better, would you give them like a little chance for them to, to interact with them, to know their IQ? If you can, if their level of reasoning can match with that of yours, would you give them the opportunity? Or like, how do you see men on TikTok? Have any man ever wrote you to tell you that I like you, I want to date you? How do you deal with such messages?
I mean, like I said, my any woke no on the side, so I can't really entertain that. Okay, no, it's a so. But if they do come,
okay. You have a boyfriend already, meaning your boyfriend
and
will not
any woke,
entertain. Onye Igbo person.
maybe.
No, I don't. You don't need to call the state. Like yes or no. I will not ask you anything more than that. Like yes or no. Onye Igbo.
Yeah.
Be honest. Be honest. 100%.
Oh yay, Igbo.
Okay. So go ahead.
So yeah, but if people come, I politely decline. You know, I'm respectful, but you know, we know what's up.
So you can't double date. You can't double date.
Double date. Mr. Chuckle Mary J. Biko, a Jim Chine, K. Benella Queen of Rogi.
It's a question. It's not accusation. So you don't need to kind of caution me. It's a question. You can't double date 100%.
But double dating isn't even that.
I know you are a very faithful girl. You are
Sorry,
faithful
but
to your
double dating
partner.
is different than like what you think. What I feel like you're asking me though. Like
Okay.
double dating is like if you and your partner go on a date with another couple, that's double dating. So what do you like? Are you asking me if I would date somebody else while I'm with my man, or are you asking me if I would go on a date with another couple?
What I mean is that now you have a guy in your life. If another guy that is capable, that possess every quality that you look out for in a man, if the guy slide into your DM to write you like, "Hey girl, I like you. Can I know you better? Can we just have a chat?" You know, would you consider such message?
Bah, nope.
100%.
1,000%. I don't do that. I don't want that being done to me, so I don't do that.
What if the guy has money? Maybe if he has money, like he has too much money.
I don't care. I don't care about money. No.
You don't care about money, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Let me ask you. What do you think reshaped your mind that you don't even care about money? But unlike some ladies in Nigeria, they care about money. In a relationship, their relationship is like a transit. The highest bidder will snatch them. But in your own case, you are not interested in the highest bidder. And no more. A guy with money doesn't move you as far as you are in a relationship with a guy. So what reshaped your mindset that you don't even trip by all those flamboyant guys with those flamboyant lifestyles? Unlike some ladies in Nigeria.
If they marry is, I feel like it just depends. I mean, Gansikam quo.
I'm listening.
So Biko me pay inti indi no to chat. Biko me pay inti mga quo. So basically we're the Nina Madu no. For me, Moon and Madu no, I feel like that Onyahu trusted him and a trusted him Onyahu. How do you say trust in Igbo?
Onye tụkwasịrị obi, onye ahụ tụkwasịrị obi. Let me explain better. So at the same time, I will now construct the question very well. I will rephrase the question very well. Onye tụkwasịrị obi, ọ tụkwasịkwara obi ebe ị nọ, meaning as you trust him, he trusts you in return. But you are not the only woman that has only lady that has relationship. We have so many young ladies like you in Nigeria. Some of them are in a relationship. They will come out and say they trust their boyfriend and their boyfriend trusts them. But behind the scene, another guy that is more stable than their boyfriend will come and snatch them, take them.
Well,
so what I want to know is that what's reshape your mind that you don't do like that? Can you hear me like that?
Because we're anyway Chine Kane on Doogie, you wouldn't act like that. You know what I'm saying?
That is even so it's not the environment. It's not environment. Maybe your environment reshape. Environment played a big role.
I mean environment does play a role. Because in a module, I can't speak for those girls that do that. Okay, now what's maybe they've been through some things that that I can't speak on. So I don't like to judge people for what they do, but at the same time, that's not how I was brought up. That's not how I was raised. That's not what I believe in. And
So,
it's
so, so,
we're in
so,
a
so,
Gina
so, so,
Madu.
so those things depend on how someone is being raised up, how you raise up, the person that raised you, and how you are being raised up. It matters, eh?
Yeah, I think everything starts at home. If you have a secure home and your both parents were present and they did everything they could for you, I feel like that plays a huge role. We know it's a
Okay. So Kamjo Gajuju, Kamjutu Gajuju, Iwuliki date, can you date a man that is a guy that is 10 years older than you? Can you date?
wow.
Be honest. Be very honest.
I don't know. I
Be
don't
honest.
know.
Have you ever tried it before? Have you tried it before?
Wow.
100%. Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. I'm not.
But let me I will ask you some very weird question, but it's not that weird. So have you ever tried it before? Yes or no?
Wow.
Even one night stand, like not a relationship. She's shy. She's shy.
I said no. I literally said no.
Okay. So for before you marry, would you do a background check of the person, the guy you want to marry? Would your parents assess the guy's family background, like a kind of to go and verify him?
I think so. I mean, I guess because Alubim D before, so I don't know, but I think they will. I'm pretty sure they will.
Okay. So how long do you intend to date before you settle down? Would you date up to 5 years, 2
Mr.
years?
Chuckleberry J.
Calm down.
Okay.
It's not deep, nah. The question is not deep.
No, it's not. I get what you're saying, but Biko. If I'm I don't know. It just I don't even know. Maybe like a year.